are tackling one of the world's biggest problems today. How we do it completely free of charge for the end user, beneficiary, while we are able to create an investable business case. So it's already been revealed that we are talking about safe water access. Most people here probably don't necessarily think about how they get their safe water, but it's a huge problem. Around 2.2 billion people globally don't have a safe water source. That causes more deaths globally than cholera, typhoid, and HIV put together. Most of these kids. This is not just a health problem, it's also a poverty issue. People are getting sick, you don't go to work when you have diarrhea. It's an equality problem. Girls primarily have to pick up firewater and water access. So what is our solution? This is the Sava. It's a 4-liter water container that you can take anywhere with you. You fill it up with water and put it out in the sun, and after 4 hours the water is as clean as if you boiled it, which is today the main way of water purification for most of the world's population. So I'm standing here with a physical product. How am I telling you that it's free? I'll get to that in a minute. That's the secret. So the way it works, it's SODIS. To those of you who don't know how it works, solar disinfection, it's basically that the sunlight hits the water in the bag, penetrates our top layer, which is what we're really good at, and hits the bacteria or vira in the bag and breaks down the cell walls of the bacteria cell, and then the cells die, and the water becomes safe to drink. It's a 30-year-old methodology used by the WHO and UNICEF in various situations. What makes us different is that we have a long-lasting product. It lasts for 500 use cases, creating 2,000 liters of water. So here's the business case now that we are distributing these free of charge to people. As I said, the main way of water purification today is boiling water. It's a highly inefficient process, and it uses massive amounts of firewood, and it emits a crazy amount of CO2. Actually, one product like this costs around 700 grams of CO2 to produce and distribute to the end user, but it prevents around 550 kilos of CO2 over its lifetime. So we as a company have become gold standard certified, which is a carbon credit scheme, the biggest one in the world, which means that every time an end user uses our product, they earn half of a carbon credit, and the revenue from that goes towards paying for the product. So we are looking for investors right now to front the cost and make a profit on the investment when the carbon credit comes in. Thank you.
Please give a big hand. Thank you, Johan. Open for questions, comments from the panel. Flemming?
Who are your main competitors, and what is the uniqueness of your solution?
So I would say there are typically 3 competitors. There are Big Pharma. It's people producing diarrhea medicine, so people actually drink the water untreated. There are the guy who cuts down the firewood for boiling, and I see those as our 2 main competitors, but there are to an extent also chlorine manufacturers. But outside of this, there are no real affordable household water purification system that has penetrated the market. So,
what do you see as the main challenge to scale?
The main challenge to scaling is that the financing issue that we are facing is that we need $3 or $6 of each household needs a water or 2 water purifiers, and the carbon credits comes in 2 years after. So basically the financing for us is staggered. So we are looking for companies who are looking to offset, that are interested in buying cheaper offsets early on.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Good presentation. I think I've seen them in Kenya, if I'm not wrong, or at least someone has talked about it. What about the disposal?
Yeah.
And what about the longevity? Can you get pricked by something like a sharp thorn and then what happens to that?
It can. It can get destroyed, and it gets destroyed after 500 use cases. It basically deteriorates. We're working with local upcyclers, so basically they are buying the plastic. People are getting a new one and returning the old one. They are then buying the plastic. 2 of these products put together, and then basically in a big T-shirt press makes roofing tiles for especially rural housing. We are coming with a new product. I'm not showing it now because it's first coming out next year, but it will last 3 years and it will be in the shape of a jerry can, so the longevity is a little bit longer.
What are the safety indicators? When do I know that the water is safe for me to drink?
That's a good question. So the water is approximately ready in 1 to 3 hours. We tell people 4 hours. It's basically the same as when you boil the water. You should boil the water for 10 minutes. There's no safety indicator that it's actually purified. So we have a significant buffer. That is on our affordable product. As you can see right here, there is a little hole. And depending on the project, an affordable indicator can be inserted into it and gives you a smiley when the water is clean. It adds significantly to the price. It's still relatively cheap. The product ends up at $6, but for most projects in these areas, $3 versus $6, they'll take the. Yeah.
Quick one. Yeah.
Quick one. Yeah, nice presentation. My question is, you probably tested this with people. Are they open to use such a whatever?
Yes, we have 140,000 products out where we've experienced really high adaptation. We've seen that one of the big things is that we need local verification, so we are working with the Kenya Bureau of Standards, the Uganda Bureau of Standards. We get it tested in the local standards basically and get their approval on it, because we tried with we've tried with international standards, we have that approval as well, but it doesn't mean as much to the local population. So we are very much focused on local water testing with ministries and standard bureaus.
So thank you very much for Live Solutions and Johan for pitching here. Please give him a big hand.